So, this is our home, and essentially it was the first mountain that we found and decided to mine completely. And it's had the warmest touch. Hi Blah Jedi, welcome to my stream. I'm just doing a tour of the first time I've ever played Minecraft, and this is my first save and my first building that I've ever made. And it's keeps getting bigger and better, and I'm actually really having a good time playing Minecraft. So anyone who's on the fence and thinking should they get the console version, it's totally worth it, even though they are pretty much gimped. Anyway, before I show you anything inside, I thought I would show you some of my automations. Like, I've got an automatic step on all of my doors to get out, but you have to manually open them to get back in so no monsters can come in. So I've learned all the scrub things, and instead I've built my metropolis. So over here is my automatic wheat farm, which I've posted screenshots of on the Twitters. And essentially you just come over here and grab this lever and water comes tumbling down, and you stand in this spot and you collect everything. And it's all free and epic, and then you go back and turn it off. If you have a look, I've got gravel, I've got pistons that are that up, and they basically drop when you cut the power, and then water floods everything. So even if all the batteries die, the system's self-sustaining. Down the end, got the automatic cutter machine for our sugarcane. Just go snap. Infinite sugarcane. You can just take it straight here and get your cocaine. And we have our fishing pond and fishing bridge. Yeah, I did use dispensers, but it's actually a pain to keep putting them back. So I decided to just hold water, and it's instant and auto refills. Got a nice water feature. Over here, we've got our tree farm that Leah's been building and experimenting with maximum efficiency, and you can see some of them get pretty thick. And when you harvest this, you get enough trees to last it for infinity pretty much. Over here we have our floating water feature. I have an awesome video of a huge mistake that we made building this thing, where I was like, wouldn't it be awesome if instead of just water we also had lava? And it all was going so well until the lava set fire to the tree and it made us all sad. So I'm gonna edit that up and probably post that on YouTube sometime, because it's pretty epic. Mostly to laugh at our noob mistakes. Anyway, continuing along, we have my tree machine. So what this does is, when this grows, and you can bone meal it if you happen to have a bunch of bone meal, which I don't right now, it'll instantly grow and then be pushed along, and then you can go get a new piece of cloth here, a new tree, and just go click and put it back in there. Just put that back in the dispenser. Yeah, lava never ends well. I still will one day master the beautiful red substance, and I will have my lava water feature, and all will be happy and end well eventually. But for now, just tears. Anyway, so I'll take you for a ride. I built a roller coaster around the property, and it goes like this. Push button start, and it can go either way. So yeah, works perfectly. Takes us over our awesome bridges, and I'm working on a much bigger travel system that I'm calling the Sky Rail. Come up here and take a look. And what Sky Rail has is a rule that It has to be high enough to it's sort of outside of your general viewpoint, so it doesn't keep interfering with your skyline from the ground, but low enough that you can survive a fall. And so this satisfies that criteria. We'll go back up. It's awesome for pretending you're a drop bear for people who come out the front door as well. Anyway, so that's going to be another rail system around here. Does PS4 have the auto derail rails yet? Probably not. How do they work, Mr. Dan? I'm currently mostly hacking the system to get behavior like that. Anyway, that's the majority of the outdoors. We actually have some hidden things as well over here. These used to be filled with lively animals, but we got so annoyed with their constant bleating that we just decided to trap some random animals here and torture them. And then all the real animals are hidden deep underground. So, we'll go have a look. Here's our multicolored sheep, ready for shearing. Just keep the shears in here. That way they don't annoy us. No, definitely don't have any auto ejecting from cart. I have to mine the cart to get out. Down here is a bunch of cows. They're hiding down there as well. We'll go in and let this guy think he's free. Look at all that. Happy faces. Nothing bad's ever going to happen to those guys. Yeah. It's a good thing I'm a vegetarian, and it's also a good thing that they're just digital cows. Anyway, that's the outside. The goal of designing this place was actually to maintain as much as possible the natural facade of the hill that we've done, and add extrusions and things like that and try and make it look like an Apple store as much as possible. And I think we succeeded. So like on this side you can see our bedroom down there, but I'll take you for a tour. Then we go. This is the heart and soul of all the Minecraft experience. You sit here and you slave away building structures and burning them over and over and over again. And somehow that results in blocks of precious metals that you can then spend to make roller coasters. I'm just going to go put them away. And this other side here is our local storage system. So everything has signs and pictures where possible. And believe it or not, this is actually small scale, and it's actually pretty full. So we have a look. This is just the stuff we store here. We try and make sure there's some space. I'm just going to go put some metals away into the collection. These are where you spend your life looking for ore. Anyway, so onwards down to the bedroom. We have pets. We just have random feng shui type things. This is where you live if you happen to live inside an Apple store. You can see like all the glass stylings, the glass cube. Over there is the new iPhone. Actually no, it's just a bed. It just looks like an iPhone because it's so big. And this used to be beautiful and just all the same material, but we had a few accidents and decided it's just not safe to sleep in Minecraft anymore, so that will get repaired when we feel up to it. There's the rear exit, and this is where you can come out and fight aliens and monsters. And just because everyone should have one of these, you need a water entrance to a local mine, and here we have this right here. So you can come down and mine. It's like an invisible entrance, and if you're patient you can actually swim back up as well. Just gotta risk drowning. It's really worth it in the end though. Just like that. And if you can continue, we have all sorts of adventures out there. But this is our local home area. Just to cut back inside. Along with our general bedroom, we have our potions and mix room, and I've built harvesting machines for all the ingredients that we can do in here. So I'll just walk over here and flood the heck out of these things. And go back, grab it all, and just reharvest, replant. All done. And oh look, leftovers. That's profit. We can sell those later. Got our system for building as many potions as possible. Generally we just like to build things that have renewable resources at the moment, so you can start it off and kick it off. And over here is where we actually store potions for just adventures when you want to head off. And here is a new glass version of that same system for harvesting. I'm not going to tell you about the dirty dark secret, which is this tunnel here. That will have to wait, but one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft now is actually suicide diving, and that just happened to be where it turned up. In here is where we torture people. This is my prototype area. I'll go and find someone to torture. Let me just come back with something fun. This block looks like it deserves a little bit of love and attention. So here we go. I'm going to put this here, and it kicks off the torture machine. Endless torture machine. This is where I practice building crazy circuits for more complicated things elsewhere. It has a really nice tick to it though. It's like a clock. And so I can just borrow power off this circuit point or this circuit point and build extensions off here. And you can take it back by trying to mine the block, but it's actually kind of hard. So the easiest thing to do is actually just mess with the timing, and it just eventually breaks. And then put it back, and it's all good. Over here is a secret. I'll come back. But yeah, this was all mined out. It was one of the first things we ever mined. I've built a ladder system that goes to the top of the mountain. You can come out here and climb and find your way up. Got a lookout point for taking screenshots before we built this new Skylink. That was all just completely open. So now I know that it fills the view completely, we'll probably destroy it. Nah, we'll just have to be satisfied. And we thought this isn't high enough, so we'll build a brand new super high tree on top as well, but that's pretty much a suicide point. You only go there if you want to die. And down the back of the house, actually I should show you from the inside. Build our own waterfall. So just go back in for context. So back into the main room and take the rear exit. And we've got what looks like it should be a nice place. Unfortunately this is just where creepers like to spawn. And so we actually take creepers here because when they blow up in water they're 100% safe. So this is actually a giant creeper grave. It's where creepers go to heaven. But yeah, you can just run up here and slide down like whee, splash. And undiscovered areas that we will eventually mine and find our way around to. So back inside. because it's not enough to simply conquer all the resources of Earth, we've already built the technology to try and conquer all the resources of Hell as well. And so here is where we say magic prayers to Satan, and he enchants all of our items for us that we store in this box. So we've got the untouchable pickaxe of Doom, the iron pickaxe of Doom bringing, and all the other things that we actually got from John Carmack earlier in the year, back before when he was making those types of games. No VR yet. So you can have a look. We can decide to enchant some of our cocaine. So you get the best type. And we put this other room here behind a steel door because it's actually got, this is where we keep the Stargate. And this is the original Stargate, like not the TV show. TV show was okay, but the movie was the best. And we've littered it with traps to try and take care of anything that comes in, because generally when you come out of the Stargate, you've probably dropped a nuke and you're on fire, and just like Iron Man, you know, he goes unconscious and fall back in. You don't really have much time or resources. But we're not part of the Avengers, so we don't have any friends, so you have to put yourself out, and that's what this water's for. So we'll just go for a walk through here and take a look. See, look at this scary ass place. We've done our best to protect ourselves and have even built a rail system to navigate it at high speed. But yeah, spending any time here is crazy because it's essentially just lava and air. And so we've even had to build a machine to help us build a tunnel safely. And just out of nowhere, you can end up in a place like this, where things want to kill you. Luckily, you can abuse most of the AI in this game, and so this is really just a place where you can come mine some experience and go back and spend it in your Satan room. So we'll head back. And occasionally you do find someone who just wants to be a pain, but they're easily taken care of. But yeah, fire, everything's on fire. That's just the name of this game. And here's where we keep all the resources for mining inside here and construction. But let's get the hell out of hell. Hi Adam, thanks for joining the stream. Just doing a tour of the Minecraft lair. So here we are back, and luckily we didn't catch fire, but monsters aren't smart enough to do things like push buttons like this, so that's why we have it. And that's the majority of 1.0. So we're actually in the process of constructing layer 2.0. And layer 2.0 takes advantage of the rest of the mountain. So we go out this door, and we've mined out the entire space to the back of the mountain. So we're still respecting the curvature of the mountain and just making it a hollow shell. So we've got a whole back area here to take advantage of. And we've done that for pretty much every extremity of the face of the mountain, so you can go down here. That goes out the back. And this goes out the side. So a couple nice little ponds and things like that going. Same thing out there. But this will be where like the new bedrooms and... Hi Tabu, welcome to the stream. I actually didn't play the PS3 version, so I can't say for sure. I think the only major difference right now is that the world is bigger. It doesn't seem to have anything that the PS3 was missing that made it annoying, like hoppers and things like that. Anyway, downstairs This is basement level 1. This is where long-term storage is being built. Everything's color-coded and tracked so that no matter where you end up in here, because I actually end up planning on having rail that can take you through the whole thing. So we've got, it's designed like a car park, so you can always tell what column and row you're on. It's really quite a huge amount of effort. I think we caused global warming mining trees to build this thing in Minecraft land. And over here is where you can see our long-term storage. And so all the blocks that have been mined end up inside here. And there's just never-ending amounts of things. And that's definitely what's going to be filled up. Pretty happy with this. This was prototyped. The extensions we're going to be doing is using more colors for the roads, so that's why we have all the sheep that we're going to be mining, and we're slowly building up the resources. Let me have a look at the current amount that we've got. Yep, here's a whole bunch. All these things represent all the man hours that we've managed to put into this. I bought the Ghost Edition of Destiny and have barely touched it thanks to Minecraft. It's just dominated all of my gaming time and everyone else here as well. And this looks like probably not very much, but the amount of effort to have made all this and to have done it in survival mode as your first game, and the first time I've ever played Minecraft, is all that stone couldn't have just come from this small area. So there's actually a whole bunch of tunnels that we've developed down below to take us to far off lands. For things like all the glass, you need a bunch of sand. So I might as well just show you. Here's my push button start system, and it takes you to our junction room. Currently, as far as I know, I've been prototyping different ways to junction everything together. It doesn't seem like there's a way to do it. But in the meantime, I just have it stopped, and then you can either push a button or kick yourself off and continue down the road. So this is our tunnel. As I'm mining, I tend to mark off areas of interest and put doors on them for things that might become mines. I try to build interesting walkways through water features and things like that, so I'll go back down and show you some of these. So like this area here was mined out, and great care is taken to maintain water flow and lava flows that happen to exist in the structure. So we'll go down here. I'll show you some more. So that's mostly unexplored. We'll go back inside here. This is being mined out at the moment, so always build safety barriers, protect the water sources, and I'll show you an example of some lava. So found a source, got to protect it. So you can make some interesting tour groups later on. But yeah, this is just a mine. So we'll go back. Oops, this way. You try and invent some conventions to help you make it all work, but you still end up forgetting some things and coming back and redoing them. Let's take our trip back up to the sand land. We've got a second doorway to hell here, and this is mostly where we come and get our sand and, you know, fight monsters and things like that. Little creepers like that guy who destroy your resources and give you an easy way to kill them as well. And spiders. Spiders are the secret hardest enemy in the whole game, just because they can spawn so fast and they can jump really high. Anyway, we'll continue the tour. This is obviously pretty far away. You can't see any of our building. It's just there's a dude. He's sacrificing himself in the morning so that he can come back even stronger at night. Oh, look at him. I picked up his boner. Starving to death. I should probably eat something. If only Leo said I was starving to death. Alright, gonna ride this back. And do a push start system, kicks you off. And I thought that was a long way when I built this railway system. But to demonstrate how that's not very far at all, I'm actually going to go get my map. So this will take us all the way back up. I'm going to go grab my map. I think it's this one. Nope, that's hell. There we go. So this is a map of where we're at. So I'll drop the card on and we'll go for another ride. Oops. Forgot I can actually put it on the stop pad now. So I built another junction. This is another tunnel that goes through to another mine. But this tunnel here that we're about to jump into, this is a long distance, so you can watch us there. We're actually going to go off the map. You can see those numbers there ticking along. This is quite a long journey. We actually have dug all the way underneath an ocean in search of a village and mined through sections of the ocean. Eventually decided it's not worth it and decided to go a little bit deeper. Underneath, but this ride actually takes quite a long time to travel, even though we're at max speed by placing our boost pads exactly at the right amount to maintain full speed. There's all sorts of caverns in here that we actually are yet to explore. It was mostly just about going a really long distance. And so our first stop point is a resource mine that we found. I mean, yeah, this is interesting, but unfortunately this area is actually bugged out and all of our resources that we put inside the boxes here, everything disappeared. So there are bugs, especially if you're playing co-op. If you just exit, you can actually freak out and freeze the game, like if you're trying to exit with player 2. Sometimes you find spawners that just have a pig in them and no items in any chests. It's a little bit random, and I'd probably cry and quit the whole game if I lost like all of the stuff that we'd been collecting for building. But yeah, we'll continue. I'll push the button and zoom off and bring our map back up. You can see those numbers flipping. So start to speed up and continue on our way. And eventually, thanks to the effort that this took, we've decided that the future ones are going to be sky bridges. It's just much easier. But for now, this is our railway, the Intercontinental Bridge. And it comes up in a village. And this is all work in progress. We're trying to build a trap to see if drunk monsters can't make it across. Turns out they actually can. And I'm actually not sure if I can get out now. I think that's one of the rules, is drunk McsSpidey's can't get out either. Yeah. Back. We're doing some experiments here, like to see if you can grow things in lava. Turns out you can't. That should have been pretty obvious, but it's more fun if you test it. It's like, what happens if we throw a rock in there? Oh, nothing. Safe rock. So let's try put some plants in there. Nope, don't do that. I actually have no idea what's here. I've spent all of like 2 seconds here when we finished building the railway system and had a look and went nope and turned back and decided to build my roller coasters instead. But there used to be people here and they all died. I think we did a crap job at defending them and we're hoping that they come back. There's town. I'll head that way. All these empty rooms. It's like, this is where Anakin Skywalker grew up, I think. Maybe, parents were here and I'm the reason they died. So, if it wasn't for me, Darth Vader might still have been evil. So I think I've done a good thing. Oh look, no golden carrots. What a shame. Anyway, this is really the extent of the efforts. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. I've just been rambling and showing things off. Let's see if I can make it across here. Nope. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to come back. I'll have to look into this later. The trap is too good. Yeah, running is definitely required, but I'm just a little bit too noob. So I'm going to head back through the long journey. Is anyone else in chat playing the PS4 version, or not really into Minecraft and never tried it? It's ridiculously fun and addicting, and it's one of those things where you could cheat and get all the resources and just do this, but and obviously save a huge chunk of your life, but it honestly, there's this weird chemistry you got to do in your brain with games where you have to trick it into thinking things are worth something. You got to invest time and effort into it, and it really does make it feel better. How long did it take, and how many people made it? We're playing most nights since launch, so I think that's 2 weeks, is it? Or a week and a half? And there's been 3 people in and out, so it's 2 people sometimes and the third person sometimes. But it hasn't been dedicated to just building. It's been mostly adventuring and discovery, and just when we happen to find somewhere cool we want to build a project or, you know, get inspired. And it's really just been driven by wanting to experiment and invent cool stuff. Like that's a hack I found so that you can drive this rail back up despite it not working, despite it not being connected. I'll go back down and show you how that works. So we just came in. You can ride underneath glass, it turns out, and if you happen to hit a wall and junction, you turn right and go up. So I'm taking advantage of some glitches. And this one here, if you launch off, you need to open up the roof a little bit, and then you can jump over a gap and continue. So I plan on making that a little bit better. I think this same version is exactly the same on PS3 and Xbox 360, just with a smaller world, and there's a 5x5 map. So this is just the center map. There's 2 more in every direction, and I think on the other previous gen consoles it's smaller, but this is still huge. It's like size isn't really a huge problem for creativity. There's always stuff to get. Let me go see if my machine's ready for harvesting yet. Get some of this out of my junk. That looks close enough. I'm gonna pull the trigger. So here's my harvesting machine. Flick. Oh, look at all that water. It slowly comes down. It's all rolling. And then you just turn the water off and go stand in the center and wait for it to all arrive. If you leave the water on a little bit longer, you make sure you get everything. Sometimes you can just be impatient though, and I'm going to go get the seeds anyway. There it all is. And then the fun part, reharvesting. I'm going to have to go and get a tool for this. I don't think I've got one. Go grab that one. Put some sugar back up there for a sec. Let's go there. And let's swap those two. Do the boring part that is actually playing the reseeding game. Can't automate this, unfortunately. There's no function for that. But yeah, this is the first tour I've given of this. The only people who've seen my town are people who've checked out some screenshots and the few people who've made it. What do people think? Was it worth showing off? Because definitely it's felt worth the time to make it and to spend the time in this place. I think you need to find brilliant ways to be lazy in resource-based games, because you can find boring ways and uninteresting ways to be lazy. Like even down to the original Diablo, there was like the duplication glitch to let you make stuff. But if you make it uninteresting, you can ruin the game for yourself. And I've definitely managed to keep this interesting while working on efficiency. Same as the tree farm that Lee's been building. There's a mistiming, I think it's on purpose in their design, between the tick speed of the block and the animation of the hand, so that you have to actually move it at quite slow speed if you want it to never miss anything. And I'm just way too impatient, so I'd rather double back occasionally. But yeah, eventually I want to have some traps and a lava door once I have a whole bunch of some teleportation scrolls, ender eyes. Just go dump all my stuff back in. Don't need you. And I'll go put the food away. Do one last round trip. And seeds are gone. So food can go back in. This is actually a cool trick here. Once you've got a design, put just one of the thing that you want into the slots you want to fill back up, so you can use the triangle fast move. So I'll like to say I go grab half of those. When I fast move those back up, they're going to go back into that slot. If you take the slots away, everything will go back there. So right now if I go take the carrots and I fast travel them back up, they go back into that same slot. So you can lay these out and use them as a template. The purple ninja, the purple viper, I'm not sure if you can join. I actually haven't played any online yet. It's all just been just local systems. Probably not for right now because it's actually getting pretty late. I'm probably going to go to bed soon. But I'll show you one last thing. And this is the new framework for the sky bridge. Go all the way out and check out some of our water features. But yeah, if anyone thinks this is interesting at all or fun, this is what you can do even if you're a complete Minecraft noob and just getting into it for the first time. You can make interesting pretty things, like a slippery dip out of a tree in the sky. Or if you're impatient, a drowning tunnel can be both of those things. We'll go for a ride. And who knows what this will be tomorrow? It could be burnt down. It could be reconstructed entirely. That's the beauty of this game. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing any more creation or mining tonight. Just doing a tour, and I can just leave this on loop. Turn that off. Doing a tour and then heading to bed. So thanks for joining me. It's been fun to show it off. Good night, everyone. Let's go to bed. Uh-oh. Typical. That's just the best way to end the stream. Amazing. Just perfect. That's how this game works, by the way. It's Minecraft for you. You have to be careful. Those creepers are sneaky. Mustn't have put enough lights in somehow. That's right. Got it all back. A little bit of extra work for the night. Just patch this up. I'm gonna sleep in someone else's bed, it's probably safer.